Truth, 26-year-old former 2012 U.S. Olympian. Out of Texas, Errol Spence Jr.
First, I'd like to thank everybody for being here today. Thank you, Bella, for putting on this. Thank NBC for having me back on NBC Fighting. And thank the IBF and London too for taking the fight. So we went up the rankings. And, you know, I think he was like the rank number 8 for 9 guys. All the other guys didn't want to fight for IBF title. It's been a long training camp. I'm in great shape, man. Great sparring partners. And we're going over the game plan. And Bundu, he's a very good fighter. Has a lot of experience. Very technically sound. Awkward too. And I'm looking forward to be a good fight. I'm looking to put on a great performance again. I'm happy to be back in New York. Thank you.
That's a very good point, Wilson, that Errol made about Bundu actually stepping up and taking the fight. You hear that language all the time at press conferences where someone thanks their opponent for taking the fight. But literally, there are guys ranked in, above Leonard who didn't want to take Spence, who ran in the opposite direction, which is what a lot of people, I think, are going to be doing. But in credit to Leonard Bundu, he's never run from anybody. And there's one other thing I want to say before I open it up to questions. I want to thank PBC for what's been happening recently. I never feel like I have to make any excuses or defenses as to why I promote shows for PBC, because I think PBC is good for boxing. But I think what PBC's done recently for boxing in recent months has been keeping the sport alive for the fans. Largely on free accessible television. To be able to get Thurman Porter on CBS, to be able to get Championship of the World, Heavyweight Championship of the World on free TV, and to be able to have NBC on a Sunday afternoon following the Olympic basketball game devote an hour to boxing, so that boxing can be seen by a new audience. It's going to be, the kind of audience that's going to watch that NBA, I said NBA, but that was a Freudian slip. But that's going to watch that Olympic basketball final are going to be families, are going to be kids, are going to be the kind of people we need to bring into boxing. So PBC securing that time slot, I congratulate PBC. I'm proud to promote the show. I'm proud to promote the string of fights I've been promoting for PBC. I think PBC is good for boxing, and the haters should shut the fuck up and just watch what's happening that's good for our sport. Watch what's happening that's good for our sport, because what's been happening lately has been really good for our sport. And all these idiots that are out there going, but it's free. Yeah, it's free, and that's a really good thing. It's a really good thing that the heavyweight champion of the world fought on free TV. It's a really good thing that Thurman Porter was on CBS. It was a really good thing that Santa Cruz and Frampton wasn't on pay-per-view. Like some other fights recently that no one saw. Because not because they were bad, they turned out to be bad fights, but no one saw. I think I'm proud to be promoting this type of event. And look, here's another thing too. There's a women's fight on NBC Sportsnet on Sunday. It's a huge step for women's boxing. Who gave them that opportunity? Yeah, I put a lot of effort into developing women's boxing. It's PBC televising that fight on NBC Sportsnet. So maybe somebody, all the people that are out there supporting women's boxing, writing to women should be a good opportunity. Give credit where it's due, because it's not fully due here, it's due with PBC. So I get that off my chest, and now I'll open it up for questions for these guys.
I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Errol, your team broke down Algieri in terms of the way he moves and when he's open to shots better than Pacquiao. I was wondering what the process of studying opponents is for you guys.
Basically just breaking down, basically, the weaknesses, the things they do wrong. And not only the things they do wrong, the things they do right too. Break down things they do right, things they do wrong, capitalize off of the gym.
You guys watch video together?
No, we don't watch video together. We actually don't watch video together. We'll go to the gym and then he'll talk about him watching the video, and I'll talk about what I see. He'll talk about what he's seeing. And we'll go over while we're hitting the mitts, while I'm hitting the bag, or while we're just talking in the gym.
Next question? No.
Errol, seems like a lot of people are saying not only are you going to beat this guy, but you have to knock him out. You have to do what Keith Thurman didn't do. Seems like a lot of people are overlooking this guy. He's tough and crafty, though. He's a defensive, very adept. But are you looking at it that way? You want to stop him. You want to do what Thurman didn't do.
My main goal is to win. That's the main goal. The only thing I have to do, I have to win. If a knockout comes, then I take it, but it's not something I'm going to force. He's a very tough, durable fighter, and he's very crafty. So I'm not going to go in there thinking, oh, I'm just going to knock him out. I know it's not going to happen like that. It has to be set up and it has to be calculated.
Lou said some guys turned this fight down. Let's name names. Who turned this fight down?
I mean, you look at the rankings. And you say
Everybody above Mr. Bunt.
Everybody.
The guys above Bunt turned it down. I mean, the kid the top rank has, it was a Russian kid.
Yeah, he's 33-0.
33-0. I guess he didn't want to be 33-1.
Question for Luke. With Brook now fighting Golovkin, and he's obviously probably outgrown 47 at this point. He's probably not going to go back. Do you expect Errol to fight someone else for the interim title? I mean, for the vacant title?
I don't know. I'm a little bit of like there's part of me that would really like to see Brook go back down to 47.
I would too.
Because, like, for all the talk, I think that, like, he's going to find just as much trouble in his own weight class as he's going up to find. So I think that I personally love to see that. But if it doesn't happen, I'm sure that there'll be a significant fight in the IBF for that vacant title. And if Brook moves up, you can't do anything about it. I mean, he's fighting a guy at 60. Someone said he just weighed in at 175, 176. So I don't know. I didn't really fight for it. That's not his problem or mine or whatever. He'll fight whoever's out there to fight, for the title.